What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. And before I get started with this video, I want to give a shout out to Extreme Tees. They sent me some new gear today. I love this shirt. It's great. But I also love this hat. Oh, yeah, y'all. Y'all are not ready for the hat. I wasn't ready for the fitted. It's the full-blown fitted. Bam. I can throw it together like this. Bam. Hit you with the straight look. Oh, wait a minute. Hat to the back. Something. Yeah. Something. Don't remember the words, but hat to the back. Anyway, so didn't want to talk about too much of the hat to the back and all that stuff, even though it's great. So check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. The link is in the bottom of this video. Click on it, see if you like something. If you do, you can get 20% discount by putting my name in the promo code Kevin. Simple. Now, I saw one of the most moving videos the other day that hasn't been getting any press, and I'm a little perturbed over it because this is something that everybody needs to see, especially black people, because you know the narrative. Donald Trump's a racist. He hates all people of color. That's right. And he did something that was so moving and so inspiring that you would have to be a dummy to think that he would be a racist and make this a priority. And then go one step further and bring all of these people to the White House and put them on display and give them room to just dispense their testimony of how grateful they are to the president and his cabinet for what they did concerning prison reform. Now, I don't know about you if you ever did some time or anything like that. I'm going to be honest. One time I got arrested. It was an accident. And I ain't talking about just, detained like, all right, buddy, we're going to let you go. I'm talking about straight take me to the jail. Now, here's the crazy part. The most important thing any of us have on this planet, if you're not aware of it, is time. You don't really pay attention to it until it's running out. I used to be a football player. Beginning of the football game, wasn't aware of the clock. I'm sitting there like, we got 4 quarters. Then you get in the middle of the game, and all of a sudden, you're down by a couple points, and you're looking up at that clock like, I need a little more time. We need a little more time. See, that's when time becomes really important. It comes crashing into your psyche, how important it is. When you're young and you're looking at people that's older and you're like, well, I ain't got to worry about that right now because they're old. That's a long time from now for me. Then once you hit a certain age and you start saying, wow, technically I probably got more years behind me now than I do in front of me. And I blinked and got to where I am now. And there was a time where I looked and said, you know what? That's so far off. And it's like I said, and there I am. It's going to be another day that I'm going to blink and be where my father is. So time goes by fast. And when it starts to run out, you're just trying to bargain for a little more time. I don't care how rich, powerful a person is. If they start dying and they're on their last breath, that money means nothing. None of that stuff. All they're thinking, I just need a little more time. I want a little more time. But the other thing about it is this. Hope. See, when you put in prison, that, and you're looking at 20, 30, 40 years, that takes away your hope. Nothing worse than to have a lack of hope. When you're saying, this is it. I see no way out of this. This is it for me. No hope whatsoever. These people that got let out of prison, many of them lost hope. And then all of a sudden, the whole narrative changed. And the joy that they got and the hope that they regained to become free was priceless. And Trump brings them to the White House and puts them on display. Now, back to what I was saying. I got locked up for over the weekend. It was a mistake, but the judge wasn't going to be in until Monday. So since they picked me up on, I think it was a Friday night, I had to do 2-3 days in jail. Now, I'm sitting there the whole time, mad, because I know I shouldn't be in there, but it really hit me of the gravity of having your freedom taken away from you. And I only was looking at 3 days. There are people who are looking at 30 years, 40 years. And when you're in jail, they control every element of your life for no reason. I got a little sleepy. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, somebody come in. Everybody up. Where we going? Why is everybody up? Are we going to move you from here over to there? It's like the next room. Why can't I just stay here? You're not in control. Get over there. And I had the craziest desire for something in jail just because I couldn't have it. I'm thinking, I'm a grown man, and all I want is some pancakes and I can't get no pancakes. I was upset about it. Whole time I'm in there, I'm thinking I want some pancakes. And there was some people in there that was absolutely used to that style of life. They put us in a big old, looks like a cafeteria, because, I mean, it was the overflow. So all of us in there, and there's guys laying on top of each other like puppies, sleeping right on the hard concrete. And I'm like, how could you sleep that? You might as well be outside on the sidewalk, for real. And they gave me a thin blanket, and now you got to make a choice. Either you're going to use the blanket as a pillow, or you're going to use the blanket to cover yourself up. And either one of them are bad choices. And I found myself sitting upright with my knees to my chest and the blanket over my shoulders, mad, looking at the clock going, all right, I got one more day until Monday. It was a mess. Now, that was 2 or 3 days. So can you imagine the joy that you will receive if you're sitting in jail like, man, I got 30 years for this. I made a mistake. And over time, you start getting a little more wise about your mistake. And then, out of nowhere, a president comes along who actually does what he said he's going to do, which is prison reform. Now, all the Democrats who are champions for black people, champions for minorities, the disenfranchised, the weak, the burdened, all of them, they never got it done. And if Trump was a pure racist, he would have said, put that on the back burner. Let's not mess with that. Jared, leave it alone. Ivanka, get away from it. We trying to keep as many black people locked up as we can, okay? You understand what I'm saying? I told you, look, didn't we have our racist meeting before we got in the White House? We all got together, was doing our racist chants. We hate all people of color. All of that stuff. We channeled all of our old racist slave owner, ancestors. We channeled it. We come unto us, slave owners, all of that. So what are you doing? Trying to get prison reform done. He got it done. Now, you got to be an ignoramus as a black person or minority to say, well, you know what? I still think Trump doesn't care about black people or minorities. He's racist. He's racist. Look at these testimonies. I'm going to show them as quickly as I can. Probably won't let you hear all of it. But they were saying some stuff that every person should have seen. Every person in America, especially every minority who thinks for some reason Trump's a racist.
Are placed closer to their families and home communities so they can have that communication that they need, greatly easing their return to society. It's really important. And finally, the law rolls back provisions of the 1994 Clinton crime law that was so devastating to so many, and that disproportionately impacted the African American community. Nobody believes how much, and now they understand it. In less than 4 months.
So let me get this straight. The Clintons, they put that in place? The ones that all the black people love so much? The one who say Clinton technically was the first black president. He was cooler than a fan, man. Out there playing the saxophone with his sunglasses on. And then his wife comes along. We all voted for her too. We voted for her too. She out there with the hot sauce in the pocket. Heck, man, she threw a straight up free Beyonce and Jay-Z concert for us, man. Well, already, we had to vote for Hill and Bill, you know what I'm saying? That person, those two, was responsible for all these black people put in prison, and now President Trump, he's trying to roll that back? But wait a minute, I'm scratching my bald head here because I'm saying, isn't he racist? Why would he do something like that? I don't understand.
Than 500 people with unfair sentences have been released from prison.
Wow.
And are free to begin already. A new life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's hear from a couple of them.
One of these newly freed Americans is Troy Powell, who is with us today. In 2004, Troy was sentenced to 20 years for doing a drug offense. During his 15 years in prison, he took courses and worked as an electrician, and he got really good at being an electrician. Really good. In fact, if you ever lose your job, come see me. I need electricians. We could use them right here in the White House, Troy. You want to know? In February, Troy was released under the First Step Act. 9 days later, he was hired at Boone Lumber Company in Lenore, North Carolina. And now Troy is saving, and really saving, a lot of money because he's doing well. Our economy is helping a little bit, Troy, I'll tell you.
Let's get to Troy's testimony.
Now, could I have said it better than that?
Now, Troy got up and gave a testimony.
There's more that can be done. I left so many people behind in prison doing 40 and 50 years for nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. I mean, should I have went to prison? Absolutely. I committed a crime, but for 20 years, for the small things that I done, I should have definitely went to prison. And I don't know what to say. I think there should be a second step. That's what I say. I think there should be a second step.
So there's Troy. That's one. But then he brings up another one. Let's see what this lady has to say. But wait a minute.
Yvonne Fountain. Yvonne?
Okay.
Yvonne, thank you very much.
Let's see all the
Thank you
races.
very much, Yvonne. Oh, she wants to come up? Come up, Yvonne. She wants to...
Hold on, wait a minute. This hardcore Nazi, racist, white supremacist is calling this black lady up to the podium to speak at the White House? What is he doing? He's messing it up for all of us racist white people out here that's trying to get rid of all the black people. We don't want to parade them around like we want them in our society and stuff. I mean, heck, they done did the crime. They need to pay the time, right? Wrong.
Come on, Yvonne.
And look at that. He just went right on ahead and gave her a hug. Ooh, just gives me the willies.
I just want to say I am so grateful. First, I want to thank God because God got me through a lot in prison. Yes, I went to prison. I did my time. I was good the whole time. I worked. I stayed out of trouble. I programmed. I did what I need to do. When y'all passed this, I could have fell through the floor. Because I had been waiting for years and years for them to pass that mandatory minimum. That's a hard thing. But I'm grateful. I thank everybody who put their hands in it, all the hard work. And I really thank you for signing that bill. Yeah. When you signed it, I said,
What? Hold on. I thought she should be like slapping his hand, like, don't even touch me. I don't care that you signed the bill or not. I heard you was a racist. And therefore, that trumps all of the good deeds you did that benefited me as a black person in prison, okay? So, thanks for nothing, President. But no, she gave him a hug and was like, thank you for signing the bill. Let's see who else comes. Oh, wait a minute. I like this one. Look at this lady.
Thank you for signing the bill. I got a compassionate release for my daughter. And because of that, I'll be able to spend what time she has left with her. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in September, and they have since gave her a grave prognosis. And because of the bill and the First Step Back, I'll be able to spend the rest of her time with her. And I thank you.
Now, because of this First Step Act, this lady now gets to spend some time, one of the most important things any human can have, with her daughter, okay? Now, that looks like a heartless, just crazy dictator doing nice things. That's ridiculous. That's an oxymoron. That's what that is. If he's so wicked and evil and hates all the lowlives, why is he doing this? I don't understand. Let's hear what this other guy has to say. Let's see. I like this brother right here. He's great. He kept it simple and sweet.
April Johnson.
Wait. Let me go back a little bit.
word?
Where the brother at? Okay. I know he's somewhere in there.
Jared reached out to me.
Now, I met
just
this
wanna
lady.
thank everybody, both parties. And what I have to say is, I feel as if the First Step Act need to be fully implemented, and it needs to be fully funded in order to make this step work. It's so many people that we left behind that needs the same opportunity that we on this stage have. And if they had the full funding that this step need, it would be many of us on this stage. So I just want to thank everyone, and God bless you all.
And not to mention that Jared Kushner helped her get her first job. I can't believe that he would do something like that. So let me get this straight. He helps get her out of prison. Then he calls Walmart on her behalf to get her a job. But wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. The whole Trump organization is filled with KKK members and racists. What is he doing? Makes me sick to see this stuff. He's supposed to be holding on to all that racism and stuff. Let's see who else is coming. So this next guy, I love what he did. Check this out, y'all. Y'all ready for this?
I'm going to ask a couple of, but none of them know they're going to speak, and that makes it, that usually produces a much better speech. We're also proud to have with us on stage 5 more Americans who have been released under the First Step Act and transformed their lives. And that includes Gregory Allen. Where's Gregory? Gregory. Hi,
Gregory. Mine is real short. 2 months ago, I was in a prison cell, and I'm in the White House. Let's continue to make America great again.
That's good.
Now that right there was the sum of it all. Did y'all hear my man Gregory? He said, 2 months ago, I was in a jail cell. Now I'm in the White House. Let's continue to make America great again. That right there. You don't think that that guy is very, very happy that the president is who he is? You think he's walking away going, this guy's a racist. This guy hates all black people. No. He's walking away saying, yo, when I see productivity like that, when I see somebody coming into the White House and doing what others said they was going to do and haven't been doing, that man ain't no racist. That man is working on behalf of the people and he's keeping his promises. So for all those haters out there that done bought into the false, fake narrative from CNN, MSNBC, and the rest of them that the president is a racist, lay your eyes on that testimony. Put yourself in that man's position and tell me, would you come out of there thinking he's a racist? I mean, if I'm sitting in prison and I'm watching the news, MSNBC, CNN, I'm thinking I'm never getting out of here, man, because Trump's in the White House. That's crazy, man. This dude hate all black people. What? He passed prison reform. What? I'm getting released. Oh, that ain't behavior of a racist rather. That's behavior of a person who cares about Americans' lives. So enough with the racist narrative that the left is pushing, okay? They will never show you videos like that. They're not going to show you all of those clips because they want you to hang on to the narrative that Trump's a racist and he hates all black people and people of color. Well, don't look like that to me. So now you're going to believe your lying eyes? Yeah. Or are you going to believe CNN, MSNBC, and all of them who want you to believe your eyes are lying to you? Is that what you're going to do? That's what they're saying. Are you going to believe your lying eyes? Or are you going to believe your own brain and what you just saw? Now, you've been listening to Kevin's Corner. Thanks for listening in. I could have went on and on. There were several more testimonies. Do yourself a favor. Check that out. You will appreciate those speeches and how they moved the audience, and you can tell these people were overwhelmed with joy. So enough with the shenanigans of racism and all of that stuff. All right, look at the proof that's in the pudding. Now you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget, check out Extreme Tees. If you like something, click on it and you will get a 20% discount by putting my name in it, Kevin. Back to my hat. Yeah, see. And also, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 live in Kevin's Corner on YouTube and my radio blog talk show. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that as well. And finally, I think I might have mentioned, find me on Facebook and Twitter. And I think I said hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification. But yeah, if I didn't, do it. All right. God bless you. See you next time on Kevin's Corner.